Hey, and welcome back to part 3 of ProPresenter training. Today we're talking about groups, labels, and templates. So to start off, what's the difference between a group and a label? A label is a label for a single slide. So the way we assign a label to a slide is we right-click on that slide. We do slide label, and we can label this one. Let's label this one the verse. And in our grid view, it'll be a little bit more obvious with our brown color here, and it'll be labeled verse. You can also do a slide color, so we can change it to, say, magenta right here. It'll keep the verse. Or we can change it all together, do, say, instrumental, and that will save it there. Or we can do other, and let's name it other label here, and we can do a custom color for that. Let's say purple, and you can save the label for later use in the labels menu, or you cannot. I'll not save it this time, and hit OK. So that will change to other label, and that's how you do that. A group is a little bit different. A group is a group of slides, and it's most useful in song arrangement view. And we'll get to that in just a moment. But the way we do that, it takes a minute to understand the value and importance of it, but once you get it, it makes a lot of sense. So just bear with me here. Let's actually go back to glory here and go back to this view. And this song is not set up in groups. It's a little bit of a mess. So tell you what we can do is if we select one of the slides and we Command A, that will select all of the slides. A is in all, Command A. And let's go to slide label and none. And now that just removed all of the labels from these slides. So starting off this first slide, let's go to group label and let's do intro right here. So intro. And now what happened here was it didn't just change this first slide. Like if we did a label, it would have only changed this slide. But when we applied a new group to it, it applied to this slide and all of the ones underneath it. So right now, all of these slides are under the group intro. Now on the next one, let's go new group and verse 1. Now the one above it stayed the same, and the one that we selected and all the ones underneath it changed to verse 1. So what we want to do is find all of the verse 1 slides, which will be this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So this is the last verse 1 slide here, so we'll go to the next one, and this is a pre-chorus. So we'll new group and pre-chorus. So now we have our intro, we have our verse 1, we have our pre-chorus, and there's only one slide in pre-chorus. So what we'll do is, this is that slide, so we go to the next one. This is where the chorus starts. We'll new group and chorus 1. So here we have our chorus. It changed all the ones underneath it, and now we have our intro, verse 1, our pre-chorus, and our chorus 1. So our chorus ends on this slide. This is the last slide of the chorus. Let's go here. This will be the verse 2 right here. And I'll delete this pre-chorus slide for now, and we'll come back to that. So here we go from glory to glory, which is the verse 2. Or excuse me, the chorus 2. We'll do that here. Selected all of the slides there. And so here's our bridge, and I'll right-click, new group, and bridge 1. So what we've done here is we have intro, verse 1, pre-chorus, chorus, verse 2, chorus 2, and bridge 1. And that goes, it looks like, till here. Now let's add a new group, and let's do instrumental on this one. And this will be, let's say this is bridge 2 here, and that goes all the way to chorus 3. And let's do this one instrumental. And let's do ending here and instrumental at the end. Okay. So what we've done in that big thing we just did, we separated each part of the song into a different group. Now, you may be asking, we could have done that with a label. Yes, we could. But this allows for better flexibility in the future. Now, let's say in Glory to Glory, they're doing a different arrangement of it. And hypothetically, they're starting with the bridge, and then they're going to verse 1 and then chorus 1, and they're doing it all out of order. Now, what we'd have to do is take these slides, say they're starting with bridge, take these slides and drag them all the way up here and basically reorder it manually the way that we want to do it, which is an absolute mess. Don't recommend it. Or we can use arrangement view. And the way we do that is we hit this button right here, which takes us into arrangement mode. And these are all of our song parts up here. And we can create a new arrangement. Let's do add new arrangement. arrangement. Okay, so test arrangement. Now we're in this test arrangement down here. So let's say they're skipping the pre-chorus, they're skipping this verse, they're skipping this instrumental, and they're skipping the ending right here. Now this song order doesn't make sense, but let's say they're doing it this way. This is a lot easier to edit than manually editing each slide. And what we can do is drag each one of these parts up here down here and duplicate it a couple times if we want, instead of having to copy and paste all of these slides here. So at that point, what we can do is start building our song once we get rid of all of these. So let's do intro, verse 1, pre-chorus, chorus 1, verse 2, chorus 2. Now, in between verse 2 and chorus 2, if you remember, we deleted this pre-chorus slide. So we can take this pre-chorus token right here. That's what they call them. They call these tokens up here. Pre-chorus token, and drag that right after verse 2. And now we can see that there's a pre-chorus here between verse 2 and chorus 2. So we didn't have to copy and paste this slide or type it in manually. We can just drag it right here. So let's continue on. Chorus 2. This should be the bridge 1, and then an instrumental, and then a bridge 2, chorus 3, instrumental, ending, and then an instrumental at the end. Now, this just happened to work out where they were all in order, but it doesn't always work like that. And it also gives you the added flexibility of creating new arrangements. So if we do add new arrangement here, and let's say we're only doing let's say we're only doing chorus, and I'll leave this intro one here. And they come to us and say, hey, we're only doing the first chorus here. We can create a new arrangement here and go from test arrangement, which is what we're normally on, to test arrangement 2. And they're both still there. They're just kind of hidden in these different arrangements. And that's a lot easier than creating new slides and copying and pasting them and deleting them and doing all of that. For each edit that you make, you can create a new template for each one and do it that way. So that's the difference between a label and a group. So let's say we want to edit all of our groups and labels together in one place. There's an easy way to do that. Let's open up Preferences, and let's go to the Label tab right here. It'll probably start out on General, but we'll click on Label right here. So here's all of our slide labels and all of our slide groups, and you'll see that they match with all of these here and all of these here. So if you just installed ProPresenter and you know that you're going to add a bunch of labels and a bunch of groups, it's easier to do it here rather than going to new group and then other, and then doing that every single time. So I see this verse 1 here that's kind of out of place, so I can select that one. If I want to delete it, it won't let you right click it, curiously, but if you select it and then hit delete or backspace on your keyboard, we can delete that. There's also some over here that we don't need anymore, so select and delete, select, delete, select, delete, and select, delete. And here we have these. Alternatively, we can click the plus here and create a new group, and I'll leave that as new group right here. We can hit the color, and let's make this orange just for fun. And we can do the same thing with slide labels. And let's save that as new label and let's make it black. So now if we right click and go to slide label, we have our new label right here that we created up here. And we also have our new group that we created right here. And I think that will about do it for this section. Went a little long, so I'll cover templates in the next video. Thanks for watching.